So I'm gonna go out for just a second. Now that I'm not so sleepy and tired and worn out from driving, I wanted to show you. It smells like skunk. Oh wait, we're in Colorado. That's probably not skunk. That's probably herb. Alright, when I first get to a place, I do like to kind of get my initial reactions. So even though I've been driving a long time, I just want to show that this is just a cute little residential neighborhood. And it's sheep in the pasture and little neighbors across the road, and it's just rural. It's very rural. And this, I don't know if it was always used as a barn or if it was pretty much just always used as a people house.
This one or that one?
We'll pick one. I'm going to take one, and you take the other one. You and Paige are going to sleep together, or one of you can sleep on the couch. That would be fine too.
I'm not going to sleep on the couch.
You're not going to sleep on the couch. Okay, so I'm going to try and get more videos later once I've showered, but I did kind of want to get this initial impression. Slept really well last night. The bedding was luxurious. The heater worked just fine. They have one of those like mini split systems up on the wall that is in most tiny houses because they do air conditioning and heating, and in a tiny space they do a pretty good job. They wouldn't do a good job in like a big full-size house, but this is what the bedroom looked like after we used it. We do work really hard at leaving the place as nice as how we found it. Speaking of which, Kaya, can you come put the heater back up in the shelf? They're using things like space heaters and the mini split system in order to keep from having to put in a heating system that would take up a lot of space. If you had like forced air or propane and that kind of thing, sometimes the air doesn't move through the house as well as you want it to. So by just putting in little space heaters, you save yourself a lot of original investment. So that's what it looks like in here. They used tin around their water heater so that people weren't getting burned, and so that it looks cute. They have extra chairs hanging in this closet on the door, which is kind of fun. And everything is just really simple and nice and cute. So there is the super cute front on this side. There is the same on the other side. There's two entrances, one for us and one for the next people over. Let's see what else I can show you. It doesn't look like the other tenant is here today. But this is what the outside looks like. And if they have a storm, they can put the shutters down. And the other nice thing is with these windows, it shades the inside of the house. So instead of having sun come in directly all day long, once the sun gets to a certain point, well, actually I think the sun's coming from that direction. So yeah, there's not really any point in the day when you have really bright full sunlight coming in these windows. So I think that's just really smart. And it actually looks like this modification, this turning of the barn into something else was done a long time ago, because these are old-fashioned windows, single pane windows, old-fashioned shutters, and the paint's pretty old. It's cheerful, but it's old. And they are using propane. That's what the other side looks like. And you can see each of us have our own little enclosure. They do allow dogs here, but you do need to clean up after yourself. But that's what it looks like. And it's in the middle of this super charming little rural community. That way, right there, a mile and a half away, is a state park. And then that way is town, and also a really famous yogurt making factory. And so they get a lot of tourists through here. And again, at $165, I'm trying to remember if this one was $165 or if it was $100. I know it was at least $100. So at $100 a night, with both places open or closed or having people in them, that's a lot of money if they're usually full, which they are. So the only thing they ask is that if you're going to have dogs here, you clean them up and you don't let them chase the sheep. So, pretty fun. We're on to our next stop, which is going to be in Wyoming, and it is going to be a for real sheep ranch. Sheep herder's wagon is what we'll be staying in. And it will be even smaller than a normal RV, but it has a little wood stove in it, and I'm really enjoying this transition from Tulsa back to our off-grid cabin. It's giving me a minute to remember what all my skills are and to get excited about it. So hopefully you'll come along for the rest of the journey. I'll talk to you later. Oh my gosh. The weed is strong with this one. Oh my gosh, it is so strong. So the longer that we are here, the more I remember why I used to wear double braids. It's because a single braid just doesn't cut it when you're in Wyoming or Idaho with the wind. And I love the wind. I didn't realize how much I'd missed it. So this particular cabin is super exciting because it has this teeny tiny little baking stove that will bake us out tonight, most likely. It is supposed to get down into the teens. And this is an uninsulated little sheep wagon, which means that if we stop loading the wood into the stove at any time during the night, it will be the same temperature inside as it is outside. So another challenge, and I am getting more and more excited the further we go along to show you our cabin back in Idaho and the ways that we made it more comfortable and easy to maintain.